Hey gang, how we all doing? Sean from The Good Dog, Los Angeles, California. This one's going out like international style, so I hope it gets shared, hope it gets thrown around a lot. Um, Anybody who feels like compelled to interact, comment, um, just know that anything snide, nasty, snarky, crappy, that fits in that category, be toast, be gone. Want to be respectful, want to have a conversation, want to talk about things in a polite way without any snark, which challenging endeavor for a lot of folks. Happy to entertain. Anything less than that, anything like pretending not to be snark but snark, you're toast, right? I've been around this block, and it's not my first rodeo, so I can smell the snark a mile away. Anyways, I want this, and that's mainly for dog trainers. I'm talking to dog trainers about that stuff. What I mainly want to get out right here, or who I want to address this to, is I want to address this video to dog owners. Dog owners anywhere in the world where they are not getting access to the full disclosure of information, access to tools, strategies, approaches, methodologies that can actually keep their dogs in their home, allow them to enjoy their dogs more, allow them to have more freedom, more fun, more inclusion with their dogs, and at the worst case scenario, keep them from being euthanized, rehomed, or just relegated to backyard or locked away somewhere like that. That's what happens with dogs that are bad dogs, dogs that aren't able to be helped, dogs that aren't able to have tools, approaches, and methodologies that actually can help them move through into a different space. So this video is for all of you dog owners. Anybody who's got a dog that's challenging, that you're struggling with, that's tough, or that might someday down the line end up with one of those dogs. You may not have one of those dogs right now. You may have had the cupcake road. Good for you. If you've had the cupcakes, cupcakes are awesome. But there's a lot of people without cupcakes. There's a lot of people that have dogs that have early experiential issues and limitations, genetic issues, limitations, higher energy levels, firmer attitudes, things like that. This doesn't preclude them from being great dogs. This just means that they're more challenging than the cupcake dogs. If you happen to be an owner that ends up with one of these dogs, and you live somewhere where either tools, methodologies, approaches like this are banned, illegal, or, which is much more likely, are just not common knowledge because they've been suppressed, or the information's out there, but you've been terrified, frightened, bullied, scared, whatever it might be, into thinking that they're horrific approaches, things that there's so much propaganda, guys. This for dog owners. I want you to know there's so much propaganda out there that wants you to do a certain thing with your dog and only use certain tools with your dog or dogs, because that's what's in alignment with the agenda of a certain group of people. They don't care about your dog, not really, and they certainly don't care about you and keeping your dog in your home or being happy. They care about an agenda, and the agenda's up here. Dogs are way down here, and you're even further below it. This is a video for dog owners, either currently struggling or potentially struggling in the future. I want you to know that there are tools, methods, approaches that can help even extremely problem dogs. Not every single dog. There are some exceptions, 1%ers, dogs that have, genetically are such a wreck, or have had such bad traumatic situations that they're very, or virtually, I don't want to say fixable because I hate that word, but dogs that are going to be very, very challenging to make safe in a home. Teeny percentage. The majority of dogs out there, they just need the right tools, approach, and methodology, and they can actually be great dogs. Will it take work? Yes, of course it'll take work. Will it take you maybe adjusting your lifestyle and not being so affectionate and creating some structure and rules and accountability, all those things that go into being like a good parent, yes, that's probably going to be part of the program. But mainly what I want to get to is that there's a huge movement right now, and this movement has got a lot of people behind it. It's very vocal. And what it's done, and here's the thing, for like what sparked this, let me just give you a little backstory. What sparked this is a friend, somebody who I've known prior to coming to our training seminar, is in Scotland, and her name's Trisha, and she made a video about a do-it-yourself video for prong collar. And the UK is a hotbed of pure positive training forces, right? Pure positive training meaning, even though it doesn't really exist, but in their world it means no aversives, nothing that'll hurt a dog, nothing that'll make a dog sad, nothing that might like make a dog not feel jaunty and jovial and like might make him actually have to listen, or might make a dog, you know, be in a space where he's like temporarily uncomfortable in order to move through poor behavioral choices and things like that. So she put this video up and got all sorts of nasty stuff. Death threats, yes, death threats. People going after her personal business, people going after her clients, harassing her clients, fear, bullying, all sorts of nasty, nasty stuff that would probably, as a normal dog owner, because you're not in this world, you're not savvy to it, lucky for you, it would blow your mind if you knew what goes down in this world of dog training. It blew my mind when I first saw it, or first like kind of was exposed to it. And in certain places where the organization of this kind of pure positive, force-free, whatever you want to call it, movement are really strong, what they managed to do is they've managed to scare trainers that use any other tools, approach, or methodology into silence, into not sharing what they do, into not sharing videos, into not putting things on websites, into not marketing or advertising their true abilities, options, possibilities, things that they could do with your dog. So what does that ultimately mean? It ultimately means that you, as a dog owner, whether currently struggling with a dog, challenging dog, or possibly in the future, you don't get the full benefit of all of your possibilities to keep your dog in your home, or to help your dog be a better dog, or to work through challenges, or to have your dog more included, or to have more freedom, or to make your dog more safe, or just to enjoy your dog in a grander sense. You don't get that. You guys, the dog owners, like dog trainers are going to be fine, they'll work their way through this. You dog owners are the only ones that are going to truly suffer, and your dogs, because you're not going to be given the full benefit of options and possibilities. It's like your kid is sick. Let's look at it this way. Your kid is sick, and take him to the hospital, and the doctor knows, like, we've got these really great medical approaches that can actually make your kid healthy again, make him feel good, get him out of bed, whatever his problem might be, get him over the hump. But it involves an immunization, a vaccination, or it involves like 5 doses of this medication that doesn't taste so good, whatever it might be. And because this doctor's been pressured by outside forces that is mean and unsavory and inhumane for your child, we'll use that terminology, for your child, they're not going to tell you about it, right? So here's your sick kid. Here's your kid who needs help. But no one's going to tell you that you have an option, because the options don't agree or don't align with the agenda of what would be at that hospital, our kind of imaginary hospital. So I want to put it in human terms so you guys can really see what this is about and see what kind of true potential fallout that this could really create. We're talking about dogs, right? But let's put the shoe on the other foot and look at kids, because I know that'll connect more to most of you folks out there. So there's a medical solution for your kid. It's a really loud truck. There's a medical solution for your kid, but you're not going to know about it because it's unsavory, because certain groups disagree with it. So rather than them telling you, or rather than the doctor being able to say, well, there's actually this, and giving you the choice, the power to say, yeah, I'd much rather do that than have my kid suffer because he's really living a very like small life, or an unhappy life, or an unhealthy life. I'd really like the option to do that. You don't get that choice. They don't tell you about it because they don't want you to be empowered with the decision. They don't trust you. You aren't trusted enough to make that kind of important, valuable decision about your child. And the same exact thing is going on with dogs. So now switch it off from your child and switch it to your dog. You've got a dog that, you could go down the list, right? Dog that growls at people that comes in the door. Dog that is highly reactive on walks. A dog that goes after livestock. A dog that resource guards. A dog that countersurfs. A dog that jumps on people so hard, and he's a big dog that he knocks people down and has injured people. You could go down the list of all sorts of behavioral issues. Dog aggression, human aggression, resource guarding, intense fear, things like that. And guess what? You will never freaking know about it. You will never know, when I say know about it, you will never freaking know what your options, possibilities are, and what you could actually bring to bear to help your dog. You'll never know. And that's the part I want you to know about. Like, forget the dog trainers. The people that are going to be most impacted, like, so my friend Trisha, who's made this video, one like benign video of fitting a prong collar, getting all this hate mail and all this stuff. She's a great example of the bullying, pressuring, kind of like terror tactics used to suppress information in order to make sure, what are they looking to do? They're looking to make sure that you, the dog owners, don't ever hear about it. They don't want you making any decisions about that. They certainly don't want the vast population of dog owners, which is a gigantic, enormous amount of people, to be like, no, I want the best options. I want the best tools. I want to at least know what my options are. Like, don't keep anything from me, and don't BS me and deliver information that's slanted from an agenda standpoint. Give me objective information so I can make an objective decision about how I want to move forward. But that's not what you're going to get. If you're a dog owner and you're in the UK, you're not going to get that info. I know so many dog trainers in the UK that are balanced trainers that do great work. And guess what? They live under a rock to a large degree. I mean, I'm being dramatic, but they don't talk about like all the tools that they use and all the breakthroughs they've had and all the great successes, and they don't document it and show it and put videos up. Why? Because what's happening with my friend Trisha, they don't share with you, the public, the dog owning public, what's possible, because they're scared. So do you see how this all unfolds? So the pressure comes down from these groups, the pure positive force-free groups, on the trainers to scare the hell out of them, scare them that they will destroy their business, scare them about their personal safety, things like that, in order to ensure that they don't disperse or share this information for you, the dog owners, so you could say, I want that. I like the transformation I see there. Wow, that's amazing. I've never seen a dog go from being that reactive to being able to walk nicely on leash. Wow, I've never seen a dog that was going to have to be put down for livestock killing actually stop doing that work, stop going after, livestock. I've never seen such a fearful dog that really live this tiny little miserable, frightened life become a dog that's unlocked and courageous and confident. I've never seen that. No, and you won't see that. You know why? Because they don't want you to see that. Because if you see that, if you see the results, it's the cool thing, like you have to do some work. There's lots of videos out there. You get on YouTube and you start digging around, you'll find it. There's lots of videos showing amazing results with really challenging, problematic dogs. But they're going to work their behinds off to make sure that you, the dog owners, with the problem dogs or possible future problem dogs, never see them. They don't care about you. They're not looking out for you. They don't want the best for you. They want the best for their agenda. They don't even want the best for the dogs. They frame it as that it's the best thing for the dogs, the most humane, kind. But is the most humane and kind way, just like if it was the kid, is the most humane, kind thing to do to withhold medication that can actually help a child recover and live a better life? Is the most humane, kind thing to do for a dog to withhold something that can actually help them live a better, bigger, healthier, more balanced life? It's a good question. That's the ethical question for me that blows my mind that it's not being asked. That these people are running around scaring the hell out of people, scaring the hell out of trainers, bullying the hell out of trainers to ensure that you guys never become informed, so you guys can never become empowered, so you guys can never have any demands or make any demands about what you would like to see. They want to keep you, let's just call a spade a spade. They want to keep you as ignorant as possible, and then they want to feed you, along with that ignorance, they want to feed you really nasty images, really negative, toxic stuff about these tools, and that they're harmful and they'll destroy dogs, and it's the worst thing in the world. They'll show you that one picture that's like circulated the internet 40 billion times of a dog with a prong collar that was left on the dog and became embedded in the dog's neck. It's not from improper corrections. It's not from a dog being corrected too firmly on a prong collar. It's not what happens with a prong collar and the dog becomes impaled. It's none of that stuff. It's an embedded collar. Now, search the internet. If you're a smart one, if you want to be informed, you want to learn some stuff, search the internet, search images for embedded collars or embedded dog gear in general. Search embedded collars, search embedded harnesses. Guess what you'll find? You'll find a hell of a lot of embedded flat collars, harnesses, choke chains, whatever, whatever people would put around their dog and leave on and forget to adjust, tweak, or enlarge, make bigger, make sure it fits. And so what you get is you get embedded stuff, and it's really terrible. It's horrific and it's gross, but it's not the prong collar that did it. It's a negligent dog owner, or it's a negligent dog person. But that one picture circles over and over and over again, and the text underneath it is created to make you believe that that's what happens when you use the tool. How disingenuous is that? Like, you really have to ask yourself, like, ethically, the human beings that are spreading the word that know better, that tool caused that from improper use, and that's what they're telling you in all the text, rather than telling you the truth, because they're smart people. They know what embedded collars are. Anybody who works in the dog world knows. But they're not telling you that because they don't want you to know the truth. Again, they're not looking out for you. They don't want you to have the best information. They want you to have their information. So I'm going to wrap this up because it's getting long. But I want you guys to know, whether you live in the UK, Australia's another hotbed, really challenging. I get emails, PMs, messages constantly from the UK, from Australia, from especially places where people are not allowed to use tools, where they're either banned or whether they're really heavily frowned upon and the pressure is on. And all these people are struggling with their dogs. And they're like, Sean, can you help? What do you suggest? Da 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 da. I can't use this tool, or I could use this tool, but I can't find anybody to teach me how to use this tool. I'm afraid to use this tool because what people will say. I tried this tool and people were really nasty to me, and now I'm afraid to use it. Goes on and on and on and on and on. People are struggling with their dogs, and the people that are supposed to care don't. And they're not telling you the truth. They are lying to you, and you, the dog owning public, are being bamboozled, and you are having your possibilities, options, and truly creative, helpful, transformative approaches being taken off the table. You don't even get a shot at them because either you don't know about them or they've been made to be horrific torture machines and approaches. Who's going to use that, right? What nice dog owner is going to torture their dog, right? I get it. It's great marketing. Perfect. But that's what's going on. Just so you guys know, this is for dog owners. You're being screwed by being given improper information in order to prevent you from moving forward, using tools, or finding out any truth or anything like that that might surprise you, that might cause your dog to behave really well. The reason why we're so busy, and the reason why we can turn around some of the worst dogs around and show video proof of it. You won't see a lot of video proof in the old pure positive land or the force-free land. They'll tell you they will, but they won't show it to you. Or they'll show you some cupcake dog. Be like, yeah, look how great he is. But we work with them every single day, and we're able to transform 99% of these dogs into fantastic dogs that can go on and live great lives. Why? Because we have all the tools at our disposal, methodology, approach, and we're able to bring them to bear to help these dogs do better. So we don't withhold the medicine from the kids that need it, and we don't withhold the medicine or the tools or the approach from the dogs that need it so they can get better, and so the owners can enjoy their dog. So that's the message, guys. It's really a bummer. It's truly, truly saddening that so many of you guys don't know what's going on, and it's going to take a really long time for this message to get out because so many dog trainers are terrified. Can you believe that? Can you believe, like, 2017, dog trainers with good information that know how to actually help fix your dog won't tell you that. They won't advertise it. They like, if you catch them in a dark pub somewhere, they might be like, well, I actually could fix them. But otherwise, you're not going to find out. You're not going to know. You're going to think you have like this one option with like using just a certain methodology. And if it doesn't work, you're toast. And so is your dog. Or you put them in the backyard, or you lock them away, or you put them to sleep, or whatever it is. It's you guys who are losing, and I want you guys to know it. Dog trainers will be fine. You dog owners, you're the ones that are losing. And you will continue to lose until we get this message out and you guys start to stand up. And I have full faith in the market because it always wins. But until you guys get enough information to stand up and go, what? Are you kidding me? Like, you've had all these great tools and information and things that could have kept my, Fred alive, or Fred in my house, or allowed me to enjoy him more. And you guys have lied to me this whole time. Or dog trainers that have known about this stuff haven't said anything this whole time because they've been scared and bullied and worried about their safety. Are you kidding me? That's what you're going to say eventually. Eventually it'll come to that. Eventually it'll come to you guys standing up and demanding more. And that's what I'm banking on. So I'll keep putting out videos showing dogs doing bad stuff and then good stuff. I'll show you the tools. People like Jeff Gelman, Tyler Muto, Blake Rodriguez, Larry Crone, Tori Smith, Now, Trisha, it's gonna be unstoppable at some point. You can't stop the internet. You can't stop the flow of videos. Eventually, it's gonna hit the tipping point and it's gonna go. And then the market will decide. You guys who have problem dogs will finally make decisions and say, I want that. Why? Because that works. Because that can keep my dog alive. That can keep my dog healthy. We'll get there. It's going to take a while, but we'll get there. So I just want you to know that you guys are being hurt, and we're doing everything we can to try and turn up the volume on this conversation and see if we can't share more. My hat is off to Trisha for being in a community that is so ruthlessly difficult to be transparent and honest about, and yet she's doing it. And I talked to her before she left Los Angeles, and I said, if you are determined to do this, you are going to catch such levels of hell that you have to be prepared to deal with it. You have to be emotionally ready to deal with what's going to go down. And she said, in a really awesome Scottish accent that I can't duplicate, I'm ready. So. But she was ready. And I know it's going to be hard. And I talked a little PM with her today and just let her know I supported her. And I just said, like, keep it simple. Ban and delete people that are mean, hurtful, nasty. Videotape and document great work. And be as kind as you possibly can. Those were my instructions to her. And I know you can't stop the internet. You can't stop information. You can't stop progress. You can only scare it into submission for so long before it busts out. And when it does, when people really know and dog owners really know, there's going to be a lot of backlash against the people that kept that information under the guise of being humane from dog owners that needed help. I can't wait for that day. I can't wait for that day when the truth comes out and you guys have to own everything you've done and said and how you've behaved and the information you've kept from people that have needed it. Okay, guys. Sean with a good dog. Remember the rules. Nasty, snarky stuff. Don't even waste your time. If you type up a big, long thing, it's my favorite thing in the world to hit the delete button. Ban and delete. So if you type up 10 paragraphs, give me 15, because you'll be gone. Just like that. I don't even read it. Crappy, snarky stuff. It's my favorite stuff to delete. So, just so you don't waste your time. Anyways, dog owners, beware. I'm rooting for you guys. I'm going to do everything I can, and I know everybody that I know in this world is doing everything they can. Hopefully we can help spread the word, and hopefully we can help move the market forward to the point where, once again, results are always what it's about. Results, results, results. You guys are eventually going to get to the point where you're like, I want it. And then we'll be good. Take a while. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes. But I'm down to bust some butt, and I'm willing to put up my dukes. Anybody who wants to get nasty and snarky with me, like, good luck getting through. All right, guys. John from the Good Dog. Take care. Do your research, guys. My big saying, show me, don't tell me. If you're a dog owner with problems, I don't care what part of the world you're in, show me, don't tell me. Don't you let anybody throw some bullshit agenda on you. Show me, don't tell me. Ask them for lots of videos. Ask them for lots of videos. Not their dog, not one dog, not 3 dogs. Lots of dogs. Bad dogs. Then, not being bad. That's what you want. Show me proof. Then you can make an informed decision from there. All right? Kept it under 30 minutes. Can you imagine that? All right, guys. Love y'all. I want the best for y'all. And it's a jungle out there. So hang in there, dog owners and dog trainers. And truth always comes out. See you guys.